Hey everybody, my name is Group Twos. This is John and Mongol. We play games. It's what we do. It's what we're here doing tonight. You might notice we got a fewer squares today. We are waiting on. We're hoping Spencer's going to be able to join us here shortly. He is working, and we absolutely support our first responders. Kyle, who plays Nero, is going to be fully absent tonight because trooper that he is took a concussion at a concert. So you take the night off, boy. You earned it. In the meantime, again, my name is Group Twos. I play Woodrow. We are both he, him. I'm human. He's a gnome, wizard, artificer. Me, I'm just an asshole. But that's neither here nor there. I'm pretty sure, I'm not even looking at the list this time, I'm going to say Rook goes next.
You're right. Hi, everybody. I'm Red. I play Rook. We are both she, her. I am sleep deprived. She is a party girl. She is also a half drow, half high elf. I am fully human and exhausted. It's going to be a fantastic night. Over to Jim.
Everybody, I'm Jim, or JM. I play Eldaris, he, him, just like me. Eldaris has cool supernatural powers. I'm a dork, and we're going to have a good time.
Hey, dork.
And hi, I'm George, or GRRHero, he, him, and I'll be the game master tonight for Denizens. Speaking of, previously on Denizens, Social Paradox. Sorry. My window would not work for...
Do I have to say it?
No, a lot. That's what happened last time. A lot.
I
Yeah,
was
a lot.
holding down... It wouldn't let me switch windows while I was holding down the button this hard. Anywho.
Love it.
Okay, so recap. Previously, with Ibukari's return, Woodrow surveilled the area while Eldaris attempted to get information from Ibukari. But Ibukari was incoherent and mumbling though a few phrases made sense. She said, "They're coming, they want Eldaris, and they are one." Eldaris examined her, and in his professional opinion, she suffered a madness and reduction of intelligence from the Scourge. He contacted his organization about the situation, but they had little to offer beyond getting them a deal to restore her mind at the Temple of Brilliance. Nero arrived to relay he had seen two Mind Scourge deliver Ibukari, then flee into the sewers. Eldaris, with Butcher and Ibukari, got a lev cab to his apartment in Dagger Tiger. Meanwhile, the others got ready for Rook's performance at the Siren Song. And there, a recruiter for the tavern on C20 watched the performances. Denon Balin, the recruiter, seemed very interested in Dio, but was worried about upsetting gang relations between the Bloodlings and Grinders. Dio performed amazingly well, opening for Rook, and Rook killed, absolutely destroyed her performance, with the crowd going wild and buying her drinks hours later, which she shared with everyone. No deals were made with Denon, as he left immediately after Rook's they left immediately after Rook's performance. During the revelry, a wild rider grabbed Rook's throat, wanting to know where Eldaris was. The other wild riders there pulled him away from her, and it was obvious he was possessed or mind controlled. The possessed wild rider threatened to kill the body should no one tell him where Eldaris was, and no one did, so it blew up his head. The party fled the scene to Eldaris' apartment to drink and regroup. There, they planned to gather resources to restore Ibukari's mind and security for Decker Tower fended off a scourge which fled to the catacombs, then was chased by bloodlegs. Eldaris gave his companions a grave warning about the dangers to come. Now we pick up shortly after midnight at Eldaris' apartment. Hello, Butcher.
Hey.
Do we want Butcher to quickly introduce himself?
Sure, yes, please.
If you're trying to, you're still on mute. Nope, maybe he's not with us yet.
No, he is.
Yes,
It's you.
I just spoke.
I heard him loud and clear.
Yeah, I did too.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
That could be a thing. Hold on.
Cool, I'm gonna use a second to go grab my dice because I forgot.
I don't want to shame anybody. I'm just saying that this is the second time that the person who makes dice forgot their dice. Speaking of which, links are all over. You know, you should take a look at them.
Butcher, try to say something now.
Now he is actually muted, though.
Spencer.
Howdy.
There we go.
I'm assuming it's Groupie who can't hear me because I can't hear him either.
Oh no!
Can you still not hear me? Okay, tell him to unmute me on his side, because we had to mute each other when we were doing his one-shot.
Okay, Spencer, you're going to have to unmute John or Groupie from your side because of y'all's one-shot.
I love technical difficulties. Sorry, what?
I can see you now.
Yay, I'm here. I feel seen.
But can you hear him?
I can indeed hear him.
Yay!
I'm
everybody
sorry
hear
you have to
him.
deal with that.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, boys.
Hello, neighbor. We're fighting the Scourge today. Can you say Scourge?
Oh, do I have to go get my hat? Okay. So we're all in the apartment.
Yep.
Yes, it is shortly after midnight. You can see out past the small balcony to the active and alive base town around you and below you.
And I believe before the end of last session, y'all did finish off that bottle.
Sounds about right.
Just offhand, because I don't see that I got it written down here. Does anybody remember the cost and the place that we were planning on trying to get Ibukari sorted away?
I want to say it's the Temple of Brilliance and 500 credits / gold / monies. Denizen money.
Denizens money.
DM.
Eldaris is kind of would have came in because I know one of the last things he did, he looked out and like saw the Scourge like running away.
Aramis was with y'all as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he ran with us.
You did.
Because he got poured out of the bag. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like passed out on the couch somewhere.
Yeah,
I feel like no, it's not the office, but I feel like Eldaris's house or flat still has many soft, comfortable couches. Oh no.
Hello? Can
Yep.
you all hear?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
There's
Hear y'all
a
for a little
chair.
bit there.
There's a chair. Eldaris' bed. Small couch.
I think Rook is perched sitting on the arm of the couch that Aramis is passed out on, just drink in her hand, still kind of like nerves buzzing from A, the performance, B, the head exploding in her face, and C, the fleeing and the whole scourge thing. But she'll kind of look over at Eldaris and just be like, I mean, I've got us pretty close to what we need to help Ibukari. So, do you have to make appointments at the temple? I don't go. Is that a thing?
Tomorrow morning, I can make a phone call to my colleagues.
My God, they
And I'm
really
sure
do
they
take
can-
appointments. Okay.
Get us an appointment. I know this is going to be hypocritical of me, but it's a religious organization that isn't the worshippers of Ishla, which means it's a gigantic bureaucracy. Appointments and money speak far louder than faith. We
have that.
We actually do care about our worshippers, by the way.
Do you
You'd be
also care about money?
We accept monetary donations, sure.
Uh-huh.
That absolutely
But our
cynical laughter was in character.
We accept monetary donations, but unlike some of the other religions that make it an actual business, we tend to focus on... There's a reason why I have a day job.
That's fair.
But my sources will be able to get us an appointment and see what else. Silly question: would Rook be covered in like blood and stuff because of the explosion?
Oh, there's definitely like some blood and gore still on her. She's picked most of the big pieces off, but there's still like she's not clean right now. No.
Well, and you also
Wait,
got
did you
to
follow her
ride
and
on.
prestidigitate her?
He's going. That's what I'm exactly going to do. He's just going to be kind of like a comfort, like it's going to be okay, and within that comfort, like prestidigitate and everything like gets cleaned up.
Just kind of like looks like
The loch spreads out before me like the
Cool.
drum of my own wishes. A callous body of water as great
Also did
as
have
the
a
mountain of
pretty fast bike ride, so I feel like the wind probably helped.
I realize that
so whoever was behind her.
I am
Probably sticking out of the bag. I was lower down.
only a mirror
Oh, poor Aramis's face. That's right. You guys did ride in the bag of holding.
Eldaris goes to, like, do the same thing, and then's like, oh no, he looks so peaceful sleeping. I'm not going to do it. Let him sleep. I'll clean him tomorrow.
Oh, you're gonna let him crash here till tomorrow? That's real nice.
You're kidding? I was going to let all of you crash here until tomorrow.
Oh, are we crashing here till tomorrow? Cool.
There's
There's
not much-
also my room, who's like, what, 2 floors down?
3.
And I'm guessing you probably got a little bit more to drink at your place.
Obviously.
I
don't know why I'm always surprised when players are like, let's just get more drunk.
I could suggest we
Constructive resilience is the answer for my character.
Brooke is being a responsible rock star, just, sipping on her beverage at the moment. After having drained a bottle.
Butcher, would you also have a clear table where I could spread out a little bit of workspace?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty sure that the DM has a version of my abode.
Oh, that's right. I never loaded it up, though.
That's fine.
Right on. Well,
It's a pretty nice place. There's a nice little entrance I'm sure there's some sort of coat rack or something, and then a step down into the main living space with it's more of a large loft than an apartment, I think, right? Shoot, it's on the external
Yeah,
drive.
definitely open concept, that's for sure.
I don't know why I'm picturing a conversation pit.
That's exactly where my brain went to.
I believe there is one, isn't there?
I'm pretty sure there's something similar.
God, I love the 60s.
Oh hell, let's
It's most definitely like it is most definitely 70s / fantasy inspired. It's a beautiful thing, I think.
let's head down to your place so I can get a little bit of elbow room. I'm still kind of wired from everything, so I might as well try and get some work done before bed. I brought some stuff back from the shop to get started on that grav woofer we grabbed off the bank vault.
Oh, that's right. When you walk in, it is a mostly circular structure. To your left and right are statues with plant boxes. Beyond that, some artificially or continuously lit braziers. A dining room to the left and a kitchenette to the right, and beyond that, there's the closed room.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I just posted
you
a
put
picture.
it- okay.
Oh, I put it in the wrong thing. Oops.
No, you got it. You're good. Well, please continue.
Looks like Nero and Aramis are probably passed out. The fuck did he get off that cabbie?
I don't know, but it looks like it was strong.
Looked like it was good.
Always try to hail that same cab again.
All right. So y'all are all four of you going down to Butcher's?
I would stay in my apartment with the sleepy people and the sleepy / crazy people.
Okay.
Just because someone needs to watch the sleepy / crazy people. But if everyone else goes down, I'll just chill and just kind of tidy up a little bit.
I
Okay.
think Rook would probably stay and kind of keep watch.
Okay. So just Butcher and Woodrow?
It's the old men.
Okay.
Let them old folks hang out.
You get into the elevators and go down. It's fairly populated at night. When you're let off on your floor, you see, approaching your door, you see a Luxodon man, a large elephant-like man, pale gray skin, a nice suit on, and 2 red tire tracks tattooed down his face over his eyes.
Can I help you?
Yes, my name is Mitch. I was looking for a butcher.
You found him?
Yes, I am a messenger of Shevorg the Harsh. She has offers her deepest apologies on behalf of the rogue bloodlanes extorting and threatening you this or the other day. And she would like to extend 2 tickets to the fights you will be participating in at the Molotov Blitz. As well, if you have time, she would love to have a meeting with you at the Comet Parlor sometime tomorrow before the fight about sponsorship. Now, he's already talked to you, I believe, about this, right? Or is that just me when I wrote it?
No, I don't think that I've been spoken to about being sponsored by the Bloodlands.
Okay. That's just me when I wrote it. But yes, she would like to have a meeting with you and your management, if you have any, about sponsorship.
Well, I'm more than happy to have a conversation with your boss. You're, of course, welcome to tell her I accept her invitation.
Wonderful. May I ask when you would like to meet her?
Question for the DM. What time does my fight start?
Around midnight.
Okay.
But it's a good hour to get up to floor 85.
Right.
Presumably, that's from the ground floor. I don't, unless you order a love cab.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, my day usually begins around 7. How about we say 8:30?
Breakfast. Will inform the Harsh. Have a wonderful evening.
You as well.
And he'll nod to Woodrow and continue on past the two of you to the elevator. And, yep.
Once Midge is back in the elevator and the doors have closed, I'm gonna turn to Woodrow. Does this feel like a bad idea to you as well?
Let's talk inside.
All's over yours. Sounds good. And I will open up the door to my humble abode.
Once we get in and you show me a nice flat surface where I can spread some stuff out, I'll tell you, met Shevorg the other night. Between how she was and how Tusk out there was behaving, I'd say she runs a pretty tight ship. Bad idea?
Yeah.
Maybe. Profitable? Probably.
I agree with the profitable part. The issue is that I don't need to be owing anybody bigger than me. Sponsorship usually comes with benefits, hence the reason that I tend to go with the temple.
Yeah, I turned down a similar offer when I spoke with her. You remember that crown that the chick was wearing when the band tried to shoot up the bar?
The sweet snake piece?
Yeah. Two-headed snake was like one of her pets. She's got a freaking menagerie up there. It had
Shit, yeah.
like
I remember the wanted posters.
Yeah. So, I saw it, recognized it. I do, work for all the gangers. And I brought it in. Got a nice little reward. Tried to bargain for something else. And she gave me a counter proposal that sounded a lot like employment. Had to kind of politely back out of that.
I just worry about her wanting me to fix a fight. I ain't got much left in me, but I'm done throwing fights for cash.
Yeah, I don't know if she would, but under somebody's thumb, especially, more money they throw around, the heavier that thumb is. So.
Well, I mean, you've seen her operation. She's got enough to throw around, and
God, she does. You wouldn't believe some of the people she had up there eating in that fancy ass restaurant you have to get through to go to her office. I'm talking big fame, old money.
There's the reason I stay down on the 13th. I don't need any of that in my life anymore. Plus, I'm not nearly a good enough fighter for her to want to put money on me winning all the time.
Well, there's always being upfront when you talk to her about it. Make it part of your terms and conditions. So yeah, I'll take your money, but if I fight, I'm fighting. See how she takes it.
I'm gonna pull one of the tickets out and hand it to Woodrow. Mind if I bribe you to come with me?
To breakfast?
If you're willing.
It's hard to say no to a free meal.
And even if I have to cover you, it'll be worth it to have somebody there on my side.
Said 8:30?
8:30? Come on, early bird. It's good for you.
There's no problem getting up that early, but that's usually about the time I'm, handling constitutionals, as it were.
Well,
at some point, it just gets too regular. Like, you set calendar by me.
Well, I'm pretty sure I got some old coffee grounds around here somewhere we can kickstart it early. But it does mean that us two gray hairs are going to be hitting the head early.
Yeah, fuck. I really wanted to get something done with this.
Work as late as you need. I got plenty of food. Place is warm, secure.
Beer?
Of course. And I go over to one of the casks that's just behind the kitchen and crack it open.
I'll take beer. Get a good swallow of that. Pull Dora out on the table with me. And from the bits and pieces I have, start getting into my work with Dora's assistance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into my back room and beneath the desk and just pull out basically like a small toolbox that just has minor maintenance and mechanical stuff that I used to usually repair myself, and say, well, it ain't as nearly as robust as your shop, but hopefully it'll be easier than trying to tighten a nut or bolt with your fingers.
Speaking of nuts and bolts, where you get that right hand piece from?
Those things. You ever heard of Marcus?
No fucking way.
Back in the day, I ran more than my fair share of runs for him. He was tough but fair, I think, in his pricing. I don't know why I ever went to him in the first place or how I managed to get his number, but after a couple of, well-connected jobs and speaking to the man directly, believe it or not, I managed to commission him a custom piece, and, it's done me right so far.
No, for sure. You're just about from top to bottom, ain't you?
There's only about 6% of me left.
How about the gray matter? That all there?
Most of it. I've had enhancements to keep me ticking. I started having some memory problems, and so I got a little enhancer to help me better with my senses, keep me keen in fights, but I've been fighting for a long time, man. It's taking its toll on me.
Yeah, a few knocks to the head will do that.
Yeah, I got a backup of most of my memories. Stuff that I find important on an old hard drive hidden around here, but I mean, it ain't a full copy, but it keeps the stuff I think is important.
Well, ever need a place to stash spare backups, let me know. See what I can do.
I appreciate it. I have a feeling that by the end, ain't gonna be much left of me if it can get through this old shell.
Anything to get past some of the gear Marcus will pull in. Don't leave nothing but scrap at the end.
Yeah. I've gotten a couple things from him. That old the chainsword that I had you working on.
Oh yeah.
Used to be a piece of his early work. How I earned my name, the old chainsaw. Yeah, believe it or not, Butcher's not my God-given name.
God of War, maybe. So, which one you think's more important, or which one you want done first? That chainsword or this fucking woofer?
Well, you tell me. You've seen me. I mean, I like to think I'm up close and personal for the most part, but man, this net, it's a real game changer to have a little bit of distance. I'm not as fast as I used to be.
I don't remember where I wrote it down. Which one was gonna take longer?
I believe the chainsword was going to take longer.
I want to say, like, just off the top of my head, I was thinking chainsword was going to be close to a week, and the woofer was only going to be like a couple of days.
No, the woofer's going to be multiple weeks.
Multiple weeks?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
The chainsword would be about a week.
Right on. Oh shit, everything I brought was for the grab woofer. I guess since we got an early appointment, I'll just go ahead and knock off tonight, get some rest. Then tomorrow, get some pieces together and get started on that chainsword.
I appreciate it. I know she's bucket of bolts right now and seems to be in rough condition, but I promise you, man, you should see her, especially when I got her. She's, it's like I don't know.
Thing of horror and beauty.
Yeah, that's words for it. It's fun. It's something that I rarely get to knock this thing into gear, and I point to the center glow on my chest. I mean, you've seen it, the rage core, when it kicks into gear.
Yeah, you got sound files playing out of that thing or something?
You could thank Gage for that one. Somehow, she managed to load in some of her personal, what did she call it? Kick-ass mix into my system files. And now I can't remove them without removing the rage ability.
You know, I'd offer to help, but I think it's funnier with it in.
I don't ever tell her I said this, but it is the funniest shit she's ever done. And have you seen the look on them fucking bandits' faces when it turns on?
So Woodrow kind of gets a bit of a 1,000-yard stare. Says, yeah, it's good to have a sidekick around. Anyway.
She's too young for all that. I'm trying to keep her out of this.
Good. Keep her safe. I'm gonna message the Rockstar and the doctor and let them know we've got a breakfast appointment. I guess just keep us posted on Ibukari. And I'll pile everything back into the bag of holding and message Rook. Hey, yo, kid.
Yeah. You get no response.
Hey, yo, kid. Fuck. Call Eldaris. Hey, Doc.
Mr. Woodrow, how can I help you? Is everything all right?
Yeah, we're good. I'm about to crash out on the couch down here. But Butcher got an invitation for breakfast in the morning that it's probably smart to go ahead and accept. I'm going to go ahead and wire you, because I'm just assuming with technology that's a thing I can do. 200 creds to help out with Ibukari.
Thank you, sir.
My camera mess up, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It's having a party.
I'll figure it out later.
But yeah, I'm going to shoot you 200 so y'all can just get it handled first thing in the morning. And hit me up. Let me know either where to meet y'all later, or if not, I'll probably just head back to my shop after breakfast.
Sounds good. Stay in contact, stay safe, and I'm here if you need me.
In the background, you hear the little notification tone from Rook's phone as she has turned slightly on the arm of the couch and has fallen asleep against the back of it, just very quietly, softly asleep. Doesn't snore or anything, just asleep.
Woodrow's pretty much pulling the same. Finish that beer, curl up on a single cushion, and just nod out.
Eldaris, as he was on the phone, has finished a cup of tea. He made it. He was going to have a cup of tea. He was about to ask Rook if she wanted anything. Sees that she's asleep. Puts down the cup of tea. Finds a blanket and covers her on the arm of the couch. Make sure everyone is kind of sleeping and taken care of. Once he's sure everyone's okay, he's going to spend the rest of the day or the rest of the evening before he goes to sleep sipping his tea. He's removed his left arm, the cybernetic, and he's just doing the basic, this will make sure that it doesn't rust, and just just very simple maintenance, like tightening a screw here, as he's kind of keeping an eye out before he will also eventually crash.
You oiling the barrel?
Basically. And first thing in the morning, once he's done with the maintenance, the first thing he would do in the morning is attach his arm.
Why am I the one making all the dirty jokes tonight?
I know, it's usually my job. I'm so sorry.
We got to pick it up, guys. It's okay.
How early/late does Eldaris wake up?
It's a weekend, so Eldaris isn't going into work, so he would allow himself a little bit of luxury to sleep in. So if nothing wakes him up, he would probably be up at 9 o'clock. Mind you, he's mindful that there are people here, so he's probably going to be a little bit more silent than he would otherwise.
Okay.
If I can just make a quick note.
The arm off?
Oh yeah, his basically the way I imagine it is, okay, everyone's asleep.
Yeah.
He's kind of in a sleeveless t-shirt, a sleeveless undershirt, with like a stump right here that's kind of like sealed off where he could attach it, and his regular arm, and he just like, has a screwdriver kit. He would put the arm like on the table, and then, he would find like either if there's another chair he would fall asleep in the chair because Ibukari's in the bed, Aramis is on the couch, you're on the arm of the couch, or worst case scenario, he'd throw together a makeshift little thing on the floor and just fall asleep. And
I'd say that Eldaris wakes up to Rook, like, poking at the fingers of the cybernetic arm. Because it's not attached and she's been up. I just rolled and she woke up early. So she's, like, slipped off the couch. She's, like, was going for water or something, who knows, and just got distracted by the shiny object on the table.
Just from behind.
Not being disrespectful, but yeah, she's like not paying attention, just kind of like looking at it really closely. Like poking the tips of the fingers to see if they move on their own.
From behind, you would hear when Eldaris wakes up, "Please do not play with that. I only get one."
I didn't touch it.
Oh, my clearly. And Eldaris is like, "Oh, clearly my glasses need to be recalibrated."
Yeah.
There's
Didn't realize you didn't sleep it on.
From your kitchenette, there's a meow. A Nia from the cat.
Nero's cat.
Oh. Like, oh my god, you have a cat too. You're a therapist with a cat. Okay.
I'm not that much of a cliche.
You look over to see that Aramis has spread out and is half undressed. And
which half?
Nero is gone.
Not again.
And Nero is gone. There is a note. Would there even be paper in this world?
Just send bombs, like a proximity detecting note.
One of those cool like neon like light boards or something.
Oh god, he left a pop-up.
Okay.
Butcher
Pulled
got
out the light bright.
Yeah, like a illusory reality or something. IR message, sure.
Butcher got handed tickets a minute ago. I'm pretty sure paper is a thing.
Hey.
Well,
this could've
those
been
were
tickets.
actually would have been digital. That he would have sent you a code or something.
I got 2 QRs. Fuck yeah. Like to riff on that, I was gonna say like almost my entire abode is like as what's it called, is like mechanical as it can be. Like there's not a whole lot of like AI and stuff like that. It's almost all like you have to put hands on it. The exception to that single rule is a lone Roomba that rolls across the hall that literally just goes around and gets caught on the carpet constantly.
I'm not clever enough to give it a fake name right now.
Oh,
I
that's
call
his
him
name. His
Geronimo.
name is Roomba.
Oh, is that Butcher?
I call him Geronimo because he keeps saying that he's caught on cliffs.
Speaking of Eldaris and Rook, you also see that the window to your balcony or the door to your balcony is open.
No wonder where
The
there was a trap.
illusory, the IR message from Nero says, "Have to take care of some things. Salem is here to help you."
Kind of looks down at the cat.
Meows.
How's the
Hungrily.
cat gonna help us? And did you leave that open?
No, I'd made sure it was closed. Perhaps Nero used it to exit. Maybe got a bicock or something. Or a left cab.
Damn it, I kept a straight face.
He took an up dog.
Besides
no,
Nero having the most advanced tech out of any of y'all with his arm, he looks like an urchin. He looks all of his clothes are ratty and holey and torn and frayed and dirty.
I think Rook's gonna go and check out the door for any weirdness or forced entry, just to confirm that it, a suspicion that it could have just been Nero leaving.
Okay. You can roll an investigation or survival, I think, if you're looking for tracks and stuff like that too.
Let's see. You said survival or investigation?
Investigation, yep.
Can I give her guidance before she does that?
Absolutely.
With my right hand, I wave, give you guidance, and then I take it and I start putting my arm back on.
Guidance is a D. What now?
4.
4.
It's 18 plus things. So 21 investigation.
All right, there has been no tampering with the front door, and all the evidence, you can find some scuff marks on the railing of the balcony that suggest that Nero either climbed down or jumped over.
Not being a cat person, I crouch down and I look at the cat and I'm like, okay, Salem, did he go over the Did he go over the railing? Did he leave? Did you see him? I'm talking to this cat like the dog. It's like, Timmy, Lassie, where's Timmy?
It looks at Eldaris.
I don't think the cat likes me.
Eldaris will walk up and just scratch the cat behind its ear. Then looks to Rook. Would you like breakfast? I have some coffee. I have tea. I have some small things I could prepare.
The cat leaps up on the counter and pats at one of your food containers.
Eldaris will make sure everyone gets fed, including the cat.
Yeah, Rook immediately begins to kind of commandeer the kitchen and find like the coffee and get it going and start a pot for tea. She's like, yeah, that would be great if you want to do breakfast, but then she's already like she's so used to like making breakfast to wake Erebus up that like it's just automatic. She knows where nothing is, but she's like opening every cabinet trying to help.
Eldaris would just be like, to your left. No, that one's under there.
Oh wait, that's right. Yeah, she'll just start helping.
Well, that's going on. Eldaris is just going to check on Ibukari, hopefully that she's still asleep.
Before we fell asleep, Rook would have given 300 creds, dollars, gold, to the fund for Ibukari.
God dang, you guys got a lot of money. What the fuck you come with that?
Wait,
I mispaid for it.
We were all working.
Yeah, I know. Good.
Once Eldaris, like after Eldaris checks on Ibukari to make sure it's like you're asleep and you're still here, he would make a phone call
She's
to his
not
work.
asleep, but she is still there, just curled up on herself, mumbling. Occasionally, you hear one of the phrases. They are one. They're one. They won Eldaris.
Eldaris will kind of, like, as she's curled up, Eldaris will kind of, like, lean in, just give her a little friendly, gentle hug.
She skirts away from you, but then allows you to.
Deep sigh before he gets his communication device and makes a phone call to make arrangements so we can take Ibukari to get herself fixed.
All right.
Whether that means I don't know if I don't know if he would call the temple directly or he'd call Rontian first, be like, make an appointment and let me know the details because they know him better, or
Did he
however
give
that would
you
work.
a name last time?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
If I can- No, I don't think I got a name.
Okay. Yes, talk with Bold Bell. Prior Bold Bell. Just ask for him. Or when you get to the operator.
Very good. Once he has that, go back to see how Rook's doing in the kitchen, see if he could help, and just let her know that he's made his contacts he's got a name that we can ask for when we go to get Ibukari clear. And you'll add, thanks to you and Mr. Woodrow, we have the funds to get her taken care of. Perhaps after breakfast we can go quickly to the temple. I'm not sure how long this would last, but I want to make sure that she's taken care of as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm down. I don't have anything till tonight anyway.
He would send out a text to Woodrow and Butcher and just let them know what's going on. It's like, no, you guys are going to breakfast. Here's where we're going to be. Keep in touch. Stay safe. And then
I'll send back K.
I just send back literally the QR for the remaining ticket, and then just say fight over it.
Do you like the fights?
You posted on like the group chat.
Yeah. It's gonna send you to a link, and then you just see like me on part of the poster. Like my name, just like a name listed there, and it's like zoomed in. Like I just zoomed in, took a screenshot, and said, "Look closer."
Yep, links below, y'all.
Yeah.
Do you want to know some of the other performers?
Yes, I do.
All right. There's Cheeky Reply, a Tabaxi woman with that fights in a battle suit, like some knights and more renowned warriors. But this one is in the shape of an Allosaurus, a massive battle suit. And then there's also Vijay, an Aarakocra shaman or druid. That's Light Leaves the Eyes, the leader of the Raven Mombas, is sponsoring. It does not appear that Vijay is at least in the image, he does not wear a mask like the Raven Mombas do. And then there is Gloppy Glue. Y'all know Gloppy Glue. Everyone does. Is kind of a comedian, slapstick comedian, wrestler. He's a big gelatinous ooze.
Fucking love him.
I love everything about that.
And then there's a gnome named Mercenug Bunnenamp. Mercenug Bunnenamp. Then Napoleon, the leader of the White Fist, the youngest white dragon of his lineage, is sponsoring a dwarven warrior named Brawrella. And And then there is the mysterious Baroness Enchegik. She runs, or she's one of the barony of Basetown, along with Napoleon's great grandfather or grandmother. I can't remember which. But anyway, she has sponsored a bugbear sorcerer, a young named Wormmill, and then Baroness de Soul has not released who she is sponsoring for the 8th slot.
Seems like it'll be quite a show. Speaking of
Right
which,
now, we're being sponsored by the Strife Cathedral. Yes,
I'm sorry?
like currently, it's the like Father Strife, the Father Strife Cathedral that's backing.
Yes,
Okay.
the what did I call it? The House of Strife or something?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I think it's the House of Strife.
But you said who hasn't selected theirs yet?
Baroness de Soul, who is hosting it. She is the Archmage of the city and kingdom,
Okay.
or arguably the most powerful wizard outside of the royal family.
Sweet. Okay.
Then you probably received something in the mail from, or in your mailbox on your device.
My fantasy email.
Yep. Your email. Boom.
My email.
Yep. Arcana mail. It from a father. Why do I do this to myself? Merverine, Father Merverine, who is looking forward to meeting with you tonight and representing you as your banishment.
As my what again?
As your management and the representation of the House of Strife.
And I'm assuming I've worked with him before.
No.
Oh, okay.
Merverine. Like Wolverine, but with Mer at the front.
Sweet.
And also, everyone can mark a long rest as you all wake up in the morning.
So, I imagine waking up at Butcher's place about the time I'm doing the old man in the morning routine, just sitting there like hacking. Yeah, I hear the same noises coming out of the bedroom.
Yeah, you hear what seems to be like mechanical cough, like the most dubstep-esque coughs of like everything getting modulated in an order, almost like the first Iron Man movie where it's like the.
Love it.
But yeah, but breakfast here, since we're going to eat, is literally just coffee and warm wine. Like that's what you're getting.
Yeah, coffee. Coffee will be fine. I'm struggling to get that second eye open. All right.
I also go over to the table and pick up the Roomba and set it back down. He does his best.
Geronimo gets to work.
If you do look closer at him, which I'm absolutely sure that Woodrow does, there is like a small opening at the very front, and if you get too close, you just see that there's a little blade in there.
I'll be sure to watch my toes.
affectionately called the ankle biter within these hallowed walls. But yeah, no, with coffee and a quick thing of getting ready.
Yep, early morning montage.
So we're doing a montage of two old farts trying to get ready. Well, I think it's about time we go to see our lovely host.
Yeah, still trying to figure out what I'm going to tell her about why I'm showing up with you.
Well, only a fool would go to see one of the barons alone.
Oh, villains. The barons are higher up.
Villains alone.
Takes one to know one. Come on,
It
toolbox.
does. Alright.
Yeah, because I literally did exactly that the other night.
I remember.
Alright, you get into the massive, you leave your apartment and lock it up, and go for the elevators, the massive transit system of the skyscraper.
Yep.
And head up to C20. You're passing by 16, you're not gonna stop by Eldaris?
Yeah, we'll give a quick stop.
Okay. You gonna knock at the door without a warning?
Yeah, just doo, doo, doo.
Eldaris will go as he's like, buttoning up his like overcoat or whatever coat he would wear on top of everything.
You see, as you do that, before I forget, Salem scurries forward and hops up. I think this will work. And magical energy starts flowing from her eyes and paws.
Let it be noted, I am making a funny face in front of the people.
Woodrow looks up at you and says, anybody ever tell you knock like a cop?
Yeah, isn't that hilarious?
Inside, Rook looks a little scared.
Eldaris just kind of like waves his hand like it's nothing and opens the door. When the door opens, you guys just get a whiff of like breakfast, like bacon, eggs, tea, coffee, just all going nuts.
Oh,
I'm making
there it
bacon
is.
pancake.
Good thing we stopped. Watch out, Doc. And I head straight for the bathroom.
Rook just looks over. It's never going to be the same again. I'm so sorry.
Looks at
Yeah, you just see me holding a world's best killer mug, and I just walk in. I guess I'm gonna be here a minute.
No, it won't be long. And
The energy, the green flame energy erupting from the eyes and paws of Salem dies down. And then she just and hops back down.
Rook just kind of... Party light? What was that?
that
Is an irradiated cat.
No.
Looks
Eldaris will
cat.
kind of crouch. We'll crouch a little bit to like look at Salem. It's like, you're not just a cat, are you?
Isn't that the one that's always attached to Neo?
It is. He did say when he left suddenly, and he said that Salem would help us. And I think, again, scratching the cat under its chin, just petting it. I think that, like I said, this cat is more than meets the eye.
Killer cat. Cool.
It turns and walks away from you. Goes towards the
Perhaps
sunlight.
Sounds about right.
I
Surprised they
think
didn't
you're
bite you first.
Scratches at your balcony door.
There's your couch.
Can I go like check just check out, just peek my eyes out the balcony to make sure there's like nothing like on the balcony?
It's normal morning, a little bit of sunlight coming through under C20 to light up the taller towers. As you can see, the neon or arcanon down below.
I think neon is still neon.
That's right. Neon down below in base town as you're above it. A few Lebkebs zooming around. A handful of wizards flying around either on brooms or on their own. And the turret systems and watches on the side of the building still active and manned. But nothing irregular.
Eldaris will go back in and take a cup of his tea and just sip it. So, if I am not mistaken, this evening we have 2 venues to be at. We have Mr. Butcher, your fight, Miss Rook's second night performing.
Indeed.
And your what time do the fights start? Is it still midnight?
Yes, they do.
Nice to know some things don't change.
Well, hopefully I don't push too much into Rockstar's performance, because I would like to see the second night worth of that. However, I don't think I could turn down this opportunity to make some cash and earn some credits.
Now I'm hoping that I can wrap up and rock out and get over and watch some of the fights. That'd be awesome. I don't know how time's going to sync up, though.
May I make a suggestion to us? And I know it's dangerous, but I think it's the best course of action.
We let the cat decide.
Teleportation.
Oh, yes. Let me just get my scroll of teleportation. I was saving it.
No.
literally, just this.
Her
That's.
coffee and very much looks sarcastic.
Oh, okay, good. He's like.
she has
He's like, oh, thank goodness. He says, Eldaris go. I suggest we split up. Mr. Woodrow, Mr. Butcher. Make sure you're at the fights on time. Miss Rook and I can join after her performance, assuming the performance will continue on.
What? Hold on, I'll be there in a minute. You hear some more
Looks
noises
at Butcher.
Woodrow comes out a minute later. Huh?
After you say that, Eldaris will look at Butcher. Do you not have a restroom?
I do, but I mean,
When
we're
it's time, it's
stopping by
time.
here anyway.
Sorry, Butcher, go ahead.
I do, but we were stopping by here anyways. I mean, why would I do that to mine?
Sorry, Doc.
Rook
When it's
snorts into her coffee.
when it's time, it's time. You know how it is when the mood hits you.
Eldaris turns his head as he opens the restroom door and casts prestidigitation quickly.
I already did that for you.
Oh, thank you.
He made it feel worse.
And somehow it still needed it.
What? I did a courtesy cast.
Is that what we're calling it now?
That's what I'm calling it now. Fucking cannon.
Salem plops down, sitting in front of the window with her tail swishing every once in a while. And she stares out.
All right. Y'all get shit squared away with Temple. Figured out?
Yep. We need to speak to Friar Boldbell once we get to the temple. And then hopefully Ibukari will... Hopefully the effects won't be too permanent afterwards. I've seen most of the cognitive functions and certainly the madness would be removed, but the question would be how much is left, and I hope it's fine.
Right on. I'd like to be able to figure out a way to make that money back at some point. I don't know if that means doing a dumpster dive in the fucking tombs or trying to hit that vault and finish up there. But I figured it'd be a good idea to be timely getting your friend handled.
There's also Tom's junkyard.
We also have that freelance work, perhaps, that might pay.
Yeah.
The pulsating pimple.
Oh, the thing at Grove Opal?
Yeah. A patient of mine had mentioned it. Let me know, again, just for the record, let me know that I can say this.
I mean,
And
shit, if
if
there's
I wanted it.
money in it, because I've been avoiding that place all fucking week, it seems. But
Yeah, that's weird.
if there's money in it, it might be worth looking into. Otherwise, I'm just hoping old Gearhead here shows out tonight and I can dump all my money on him and double it a couple of times.
I am confident Mr. Butcher will do very well.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear the vote of confidence.
Fuck, what time is it? Getting there. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Alright, let's do it. God,
Do-
this bitch gives
before
me
you-
heebie-jeebies.
Before you guys leave, do we want to meet up after our respective tasks are done?
Sounds good to me.
I was going to try and head back to the shop. Y'all want to meet me there and Rockstar can pick up her bike?
I'd like that.
Well, if you're going to the temple and y'all are going to the Comet Parlor, right? The Comet Parlor is down on the 10th floor. I messed that up. I'm sorry. And then, yeah, y'all would go up to the temple.
Oh, Temple's in the same
House of
building?
Brilliant. Huh?
Temple's in the same tower?
Well, it's on C20.
This is one of those times where we all are like making this plan, like, yeah, we'll meet back up. It's gonna be great, and then we all walk the same way. It's like, damn it, I forgot where that was.
Nope, y'all are going in different directions. So,
At least we got that much right.
Yeah.
Well, let's agree then to meet back at Mr. Woodrow's shop, I think, would be the best option.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. All right, and y'all are taking, Brooke and Eldaris are taking Ibukari to the temple, to the House of Brilliance, and then Woodrow and Butcher are going to the Comet Parlor for a meeting with Shevorg Harsh. Y'all take separate elevators, going in different directions with the promise to meet up, and that is where we're going to take our break.
Sweet.
Awesome. Anybody hanging out with us? We will be back in just a minute. This is the internet. You live here just as much as I do. You know what to do. There's buttons all over the place. Start pressing them. Doesn't matter what they do. Just go press the buttons. It is imperative. And we'll be back in like 5 or 10 minutes. Hey everybody, we're back. I'm still Groupie. This is still John Mongol. We already met everybody. DM, your show.
Alrighty.
I'm getting really good at these segues.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about Salem, but she is traveling with Woodrow and Butcher.
Sweet.
Eldaris and Rook, we open with you as you arrive at C20, the massive gray stone hovering platforms weaving itself between the buildings with staircases and lev ports or small doorless elevators bring you up to entrances of large big named corporations and guilds that have stores here. The temples are on the west end of it. Walking around, you can see a couple of the I forgot what they're called. The carriages. Lev carriage? No. I don't remember, but it was like the taxi system that's free. Super slow, though. Lots of people milling about. Some that look like they're on break from work. The sun is so bright up here. And you can see the little dots like insects above you of the Lev cabs zooming through the streets, the sky streets, the sky lanes, high above. But as you come to the temple, it is just what looks to be a section of a much larger building. Dark glass with iron or dark metal seams. Going in, you find yourself in a small entrance with a clergy member. They would wear yellow and white colors, as it is morning, and this is the Temple of Brilliance. As their vestiges with their amulet hanging. And, oh, hello. Welcome to the House of Brilliance.
Good morning.
Help your friend.
Yes, please. I was told to ask for Friar Boldbell.
Oh, yes, of course. Just inside. I'll go and get him. You can anoint yourselves if you wish, and may the God, what did I call him? Doesn't it suck when you create your own lore and forget it?
May the gods smile upon you.
May the light brighten your day.
Yes, may the bearers light your path.
Rook just kind of like, she's helping get Ibukari. I don't know how mobile Ibukari is, but on her own. But she like looks over at like where she motioned for anointing and just kind of like, I'm good.
Seems to be some sort of translucent oil inside of a golden pan on a plinth.
Eldaris would lean in to Rook and just whisper, for the record, Ishla's temples don't do anointing.
She's kind of, yeah, it's a little, I want to call it strange, but is it strange? You want people to wash their hands before you eat and stuff, so maybe you want to wash yourself before you heal. I don't know. I don't judge. It's just not for me. And then just keep going.
No judgment.
Okay. Turning around from the anointment bowl, you see the nave, a wide room with a wide, tall room with a peaked ceiling, all bathed in yellows and oranges and off whites and white colors, painted along it as if it's the movement of the sun, with absolutely magnificently large windows looking out and letting the sun fall in on the nave itself, with a stage and altar at the far end. The place is about a fourth full. It looks like it's the end of the morning services, or just after them, where a few people wait around to speak with the clergy. And eventually the one that you met at the entrance comes back with Prior Boldbell. You see it is a shorter elven man with piercing blue eyes and long blonde hair. He is in similar garb, but has a pointed sort of hat that he wears. It has like 3 points or peaks to the top of it, and is yellowish gold. Yes. I was said you were asking for me. I'm Prior Boldbell.
Good morning, Friar. My friend of mine informed me that you'd be able to help my friend Ibukari here. Seems that she's been afflicted with some degree of madness, impaired cognitive skills due to a run-in with something. And we would ask for your healing abilities to restore her.
Yes. Well, let me have a look at the girl. And he kind of gestures to you for you to bring her over to a pew. Sit her down, and he begins to look into her eyes, snap his fingers around her ears and eyes, looking for reactions and not really seeing them. He says, yes. I've seen this sort of thing in minds before. To restore her, it would take me 2 days and 1,000 gold donation to the church.
We were told it was a 500 to restore for restoration. Has prices changed?
Yes, I have been informed of you. But you see, her mind is not just fractured; it has also been reduced. Something has fed upon her memories, her cognitive function. I would have to restore both. Unfortunately, this temple can only do so once per day.
Don't suppose you accept payment plans?
Well,
Yeah, Rook's gonna roll an insight check.
okay.
No, this is necessarily getting. Yeah, nat 20 for 25.
Okay. You sense that from all indicators of body language, you and micro expressions, you read that this prior has been truthful, and you can see him mulling over this idea of payment plans, though it doesn't seem like money is the main focus, as he says, "Oh, instead of a payment plan, how you look like a capable sort. We've been having a few issues. on the ruins, or at the skirt or edge of the ruins with marauders. Many of the temples have chipped in and sent our finest warriors, our holy warriors or paladins, to face them, but they have overwhelming numbers, at least in the west. The east, the waterways seem to protect us most from them, and something is keeping them from the south.
I'm guessing you need a few extra bodies to help stem the tide for a bit.
Well, absolutely. If we could push them back, while nothing has been as bad as last week's attack on Grove Opal, there have been smaller incursions all along the west, now that everyone believes the Bear Syndicate weak.
This is all gang-related fighting?
Well, the Marauders are not a true gang. They're not organized and not for the benefit of their community, or even the exploitation of their community. They are more of a cult of chaos. They seek the destruction of bodies, and in the wake of mass events, mass death events, they
You
are...
have more weird snake hats?
Or give me a moment. I'm going through. This is out of game. I'm sorry. I'm looking through my. I'm trying to get my. Oh, forgive me, Friar. Would these marauders be adherents to the one who is commonly known as the King of Deviants?
I'm afraid I don't know that name.
We've encountered some adherents of the so-called King of Deviants a few days ago who rather made a mess at a local establishment. But would you give me one moment to confer with my colleague?
Of course. But again, I finish with after these mass death events, the Marauders will perform rituals to deities we do not recognize. But snakes, lizards, fish, even the occasional monkey has been found in their wake. Body parts of such.
I'm gonna lean into Rook, just like kind of. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna look at Rook, and I'm just going to activate my telekinesis or telepathic speech. I'm just like, I have no problem going to get some marauders in exchange to make sure this is done. I just want to check with you, and more importantly, with the others, because there's no way I'll be able to do it alone. And I don't want to force anybody to sign up.
This time she tries really hard not to move her lips or talk out loud while she's responding. She's just... I mean, if they're killing monkeys and stuff and causing... And this goes back to the whole Grove Opal thing, I'm in. And if it helps Ibukari, because I'd rather not spend all my gold. I don't have that much anyway. So if we can help her in other ways, that's easier almost sometimes. And it helps other people too.
Eldaris will pull out his communication device and just shoot out a quick text to Groupie and Butcher, just be like, here's what's going on. Are you guys in?
Hey, you up?
You all also know that the Marauders are very much Marauders. They don't have magic
Yeah.
or anything like that. Now, occasionally they might have a sorcerer or something, but for the most part, they just go in with whatever is in their hand.
Junkyard dirty fighters. Let's go.
and send.
And he says, sorry, I had an alarm set for some reason.
I was just looking at all my screens like, the fuck was that?
No, he'll say, well, if you need a moment, I will. There are other people I can attend to. Just come and get me whenever you're ready.
Eldaris will do just a polite bow. Thank you, Friar. And he's just going to wait for a response, hopefully, from GRRHero Butcher, just to be like, thumbs up, we're in. Or, no, we don't want this.
Woodrow.
You just just rip and tear.
Well, let's rewind back to the elevators, and this time go down with Butcher, Salem, and Woodrow.
Going down, babe.
You get to the 10th floor. It stops with the blood lanes controlling the elevator from below there, and you get escorted out as you do have a meeting, Butcher, and they take you to the Comet Parlor. You see that it is an extravagant, flamboyant restaurant. Seemingly multiple stories. It is one large structure within the or business within the Decker Tower, but it is big. In front of it is an astronaut-like figure with like a foam suit, foam and plastic, and it's bouncing around. Hey, you can get an amazing breakfast shot right from the sky, and all this other nonsense. The lettering is all bubble letters, the Comet Parlor, and it's like writing the tale of a comet that's smiling really big. Inside.
Minor detail before we get too far in. While we were in the elevator, Woodrow would have tried to get Salem to ride in the bag and like hang on to the edge, kind of like I made Nira and Aramis do the night before. That way it's not just like walking next to me. Makes me look smaller having something that big there.
Roll a persuasion check.
Nope. Can I have Dora help me? She react well
Dora
to a little
talks?
metal dragon.
Okay. I mean, if Dora talks, yeah, sure.
No, but can use a little bit of body language, like express what I'm trying to.
Sure. Go for it.
Nope, that's a 9.
Okay. It just walks into the restaurant.
It's worth a shot.
As you go in, it is. Imagine. Wait, no. Let me pick a picture. Let me try to anyway. You've got a 2-story restaurant with a. As you enter, it is open in a with like a U second floor where you can see up to a balcony above. The main floor here has. You also note that the roofs here, or the ceilings, I should say, are around 10 feet high. They're not meant for the bigger folk. But anyway, you see lining the center and lining the walls are colorful but yet dull pastel booths with various colors: pink, green, yellow, purple, blue, just all along the spectrum. And with space creatures like weird green suited servers with like antennae coming out of their foam heads, big black eyes and little bitty mouths that don't move. And one of them comes up to you. Welcome to the common parlor. It's out of this world. How can I help you?
I'm gonna just look up at Butcher.
Yeah, I believe we have a breakfast meeting.
Oh, yes, of course. And this person who is this is the Minotaur woman. As she looks down on all of you in her horn sticking out of her green alien costume, she says, right this way, and will take you upstairs to a long table that is lined with chairs on one side and a booth on the other side, and you can see Shevorg sitting on the booth side with multiple Bloodlanes members surrounding the table. Not eating, just standing there. Guns on their hips or backs and blades on their hips or backs. Or one of them was using a blade to pick his teeth.
I'm assuming no one's approached, like, to take our weapons or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, so we're led up to the table by this, the Minotaur in the alien costume?
Mm-hmm. She gives a nod to Shevorg and then excuses herself. Shevorg gestures to the many chairs across from her.
Yeah, no, I'll gladly take a seat in front of her.
I'm gonna look to her and look to the chair.
She points at one.
I'll hop up.
Not who I would expect to have seen here with you, Mr. Butcher. But it is good to finally meet you. She'll extend a hand over the table to you.
Yeah, I gladly grasp it.
Okay.
Apologies for bringing the uninvited.
You'll start getting messages.
Yeah, no, I put mine on silent, but I do apologize, ma'am. After many years of battles, my memory isn't what it once was. I decided to bring one of the smarter members of my friend group.
Well, I can certainly understand that. It's good to see you have such admirable friends.
I like to think so. I heard it. I heard his graces were high as well, and I hope that his intrusion can be overlooked.
Yes. Well, it's completely understandable. I've known many that walk with their companions, or attend things with their companions. It's not a big deal. Please, tell me, you have signed up for this match at the Molotov Blitz for this evening. I have greatest interest in winning, and I believe that you may be my key to doing so. So I would like to offer you not only the entrance fee, but regardless of your placing, 500 extra coin.
The vote of confidence is a great honor. I'm sure you are aware that I signed under the contract of Father Strife. And I'm sure you can respect that I don't like to go back on my word, for they have sponsored me many times. I simply say this so that you know that they are who I had signed up with. And if you have no problem being a co-sponsor, I have no problem fighting under your banner as well.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
She looks over to Woodrow. Raises her eyebrows a little bit toward you.
That is an unbelievable 22.
Woodrow just shrugs.
I do not want to be a co-sponsor. Well,
I
since
do
I will have to be
understand.
a co-sponsor, how about we make your payment 200 gold?
Completely fair.
Regardless of
I hope you
where-
understand. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, if in game, if you start to speak while she's speaking, she gives you this eye that says "Don't speak."
Oh, no, I didn't mean to speak over you. I did a little bit of delay.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I do it on accident all the time. Just thought enters my head. I need to get it to you.
Oh, good. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, it's fine. She says, well then, yes, regardless of your placing, 200 gold seems fair, and I will be glad to see you, and hopefully you as well, Mr. Woodrow. There?
I just nod.
Be wary. And don't go anywhere you shouldn't in Desaul Tower. It is, without a doubt, the most dangerous place below the castle. Or the palace. Well then, in Duomio, Father Strife, she rolls her eyes. That you have a co-sponsor, and I will be refunding half of your entry.
Yeah, and I'll bow my head slightly and say, I'm glad you understand. As a warrior as old as I am, one of the few things I have left is my word. Giving my word means everything, and I know you respect that. For the next fight, know that you'll be the first I contact.
That is good to know. And then she sees Salem kind of picking at something on another table in the same, floor. Whose cat is that?
Never seen it before.
Roll a deception check.
Persuasion? No. Fucking lion ass little old man? Yes.
What cat?
I believe I have seen it. And she starts to draw her gun and pointed at Salem. And Salem kicks off and jumps over the balcony with a screech and starts running through the restaurant. You can hear chaos below before the door swings open. And she kind of just gives it a few seconds and then puts her gun away and says, "My apologies for the scene. Now, would you like something to eat?" As your phones or your devices continue to vibrate.
Oh. I would love some breakfast. If you'll excuse me, though, I think I need to check that.
Right.
Step away.
Yeah, she flicks.
Go ahead.
She flicks like illusory menus, IR menus at y'all. Illusory reality, and you can just check what you want on there. And then an alien dressed Minotaur woman they'll bring it up to you.
Before I hop away with my phone, Butcher, you find me something with some gravy?
Oh, trust me, I got this. And I select the most cholesterol-raising, heart attack-inducing food for both of us, and then I order a small side of gravy as well for my little half-pint friend, and another side of bacon on top of it for me.
Okay.
It's bulking season.
Yeah. Are you getting? Yeah. Those are like 1 gold a meal.
Yeah, happily sending the credits in as I send the order in.
Okay. Meanwhile, the two
By
of
the way,
you,
at this time, I have just realized that was the cat that we came in with, and I now try and cover my increasingly red face as I go, oh my god, I can't believe he just lied to her face.
meanwhile
message
at
that I
the
did
church.
get. Sorry, the message that I did get, basically asking us if we're down to fucking hunt marauders. Yeah, I'll just reply back. Yeah, man, that's fine. We'll get with you in a little bit.
And y'all, of course, are at the church with Ibukari in the pew, continuing to mumble occasionally. They are one. They are coming.
Eldaris kind of pats her leg gently before he waits politely until the friar looks towards them, and then he'll just raise his hand politely.
Bold Bill make his way back over. Yes.
I've spoken with my colleagues, and they are agreeable to your terms.
Wonderful. We would really like to prevent them or push them back. But ideally, in the name of brilliance, the dawn, the high sun, the dusk, we ask that you would cull several hundred of them, if possible.
Ribbit there. We will do everything we can to lessen their numbers. Just so you know, sir, I am a adherent and a servant of the goddess Ishla, and I believe, from what I know of the Temple of Brilliance, that our deities are both united in the protection of the people. And it would be an honor to ensure that the people are protected from the marauders and the ability to serve as well.
I am not familiar with this Ishla, but should you do not seem like a bad fellow, certainly to risk your life for a friend against marauders. Very well. I don't want to burden you with choice, but I cannot perform the restoration without some sort of payment or guarantee. We do have housing available at our main campus in Sector B. We could provide housing. It is 2 gold a day for meals. It's the finest doctors and clergy help your friend could receive.
Can I ask something above table? I don't. If I need to bring it back down to the game, that's fine. is the deal that we go hunting marauders and then she gets healed, or is it or is it the plus the 500 and then she gets healed and hunt marauders?
Well, it depends on what you offer right now. Are you going to give them the 500 for the first one at this point? And then perhaps they'll expect less of you or give you more or something if you still do the whole of the Marauder thing. Do you want to negotiate it more in-game? Get more details?
Yep, let's get some... Eldaris is going to, like, in principle, we have an agreement that I'm going to go do this. This is just basically the fine-tuning of the contract.
Okay. Yeah, it is. Well, if it is of such an adamant thing for you, your friend does seem quite distressed. I could perform a restoration for her today, house her for a week, and should you remove either or one of the Marauder communities in the to the west in Sector B, or south of that in Sector H. Yeah, H. And we can prove it with divination, and by all means we will restore her completely.
And that would be if no money exchanges hands. Assume, if I were to give you, in addition to the service, let's say 200 gold. What would the expectations be for their marauders? Would it be the same?
I think so. Unfortunately, that does not cover much of the price of a restoration.
He's going to look over at Rook and just send her a psychic message.
Of course, sorry.
No,
I interrupted, my bad.
You're good. He's just going to send a psychic message to Rook saying, I'm good with either. I don't mind paying a little. We agreed to pay 500. I don't mind doing that and lessening the burden of hunting the marauders. But I also don't mind handing you, Mr. Woodrow, your money back and saying we'll wipe either Sector B or Sector H clear of them.
My only concern / stipulation is she gets healed before we do this, at least to the point that she's not in this state anymore, because this isn't good, and if it continues I think she's going to get worse, and I'm not a professional of any means towards that, but I know that that's not good.
Which, again, all psychic, which would you prefer then? The 500 parting with the gold, or keeping the gold and going to eradicate these marauders completely? Like I said,
sounds like we are supposed to eradicate them completely regardless.
Well, there's also another option that hasn't been brought up, but is there, is you using the institution or the housing that they are offering, and pay the 14 gold a week or whatever, and then also make another 500 with one, either the vault or the ruins, the junkyard, or something else. That is something that the priest wouldn't bring up, but is something that y'all might think about. Just want to make sure that option was out there for y'all.
I don't know that. I mean, the marauders, they're marauders. They're not doing it for political gain. They're doing it for survival and just because they fucking want to, and they're cult and whatever. But how comfortable is mass murder for the equivalent of 500 gold. Because didn't he say a couple thousand or a couple hundred?
One of the communities indicating there were 3 of them.
Yeah. And she's just like, that's putting a big target on our back if we eradicate one. I think it has the possibility of doing that. And I don't need little makeshift wannabe assassins coming at me with their, auto part shanks in the middle of the night or during the show just because we took out the rivals they really enjoyed, or we took out a fellow community member or something, your great Uncle Harry. I don't know. We can find ways to make more money if it makes more sense to just pay and not, eradicate an entire community of people just trying to survive and, worship their cultness, whatever they're worshiping with all that. I don't like the fact that they kill animals in system, though. Kind of not okay with that. So I'm on the fence.
What do I know about the Marauders? In terms of past experience.
Roll a history check.
I will indeed. Can't. Nothing. Just
You know that they attack in fairly large bands trying to overpower civilians, rarely attack heavily patrolled areas by gangs. They live in the ruins and worship various entities that are usually based on animals of different types, sort of like a evil totem system. They're like I said earlier, they rarely ever have a magic user, and there's no warning when they attack. But they've never been able to penetrate deep into any of these slum towns like Basetown, simply because there's usually too much gang activity at the heart of them.
I'd relay a lot of what I would know to Rook, and just explaining
they're responsible for tens of thousands of deaths a year, probably around the whole city.
Yeah, basically the message is these guys aren't exactly good.
Yeah, they're not.
This is it mass murder? Yeah, these are also. It's not. We're just trying to make our way in life. It's. We actively want to harm others.
Mm-hmm. And they do cannibalize as well.
Oh, and bonus points.
Well, that's probably how I'd make my money anyways, is by killing people. So, really, it's just a net zero for me.
I think she just kind of... I mean... Yeah, fuck it. You think we can take out a bunch of them? We'll have to be sneaky about it. I don't really feel like running in there and trying to get all crazy and just find a way to take them all out.
I will also throw out there that y'all have probably got a pretty good idea that Woodrow would like to do whatever can get his money back. As far as mass murder goes. Just throwing that out there.
Have to pay?
Yeah, sometimes it's cheaper just to kill a fool.
Yep.
Like I said, the above table, the one thing it's oh, these guys are not good. Okay, they're actively a harm to everybody. Okay, my concern about the mass murder goes from no, that's out the window. These aren't people who we want to live in peace and we're just trying to make. It's no, they just want to harm people. So I'm more inclined to say, let's do it. And Eldaris will be like, we have a deal. We will take Eldaris flips it. I'm flipping a coin in my head. Sector B.
Sure.
So, on the merits of mass murder,
The good cleric is chaotic good cleric is advocating. Like, let's do it.
Biography.
I mean, I draw the line at eating other people. Like, if you want to drink some blood, go all Druchie, something, but don't eat other people.
that don't want to be eaten.
Yeah.
There it is.
I mean, if
Consent
it's a
is the most
voluntary
important part of
basis, some
cannibalism.
people are really weird.
Yeah, consent.
I mean, if you're going to hack off an arm or a leg to get a cybernetic anyway, and you are curious, who am I to judge?
We here at Denizens do not kink shame.
Never.
Never. We are proud of that.
Vote for
Also, this makes me think the butcher most definitely sold whatever was left of his arm for whatever cash it was worth to be eaten.
Yep.
Yeah, because
You
some
probably would've
restaurant
gone.
out there has got like a little side business going where they're like, yeah, we've got some weird clientele that show up once in a while.
We will give you discounts on cybernetic installation if you will just let us keep your arms.
Yeah, there's probably places like that for sure.
A literal chop shop.
Ah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I call the illegal doctors that mess with cybernetics and implants and stuff. I assume this also falls under the category of what Woodrow would do, but I call them stitchers for this world.
We're going to accept the deal as
Okay. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. So we will commit your your friend here for a week for you to complete this task.
just
Are there any
Promise.
other belongings she would like for her journey?
promise me you'll take care of her.
Of course,
She's a
of
dear friend.
course. The House of Brilliance offers the finest optimal care in the city.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
I hope to see you in less than a week. Oh, may I have your names? Of course.
I'm Eldaris.
Eldaris and Rook. Very good. May the bears bless you and light your path.
May Ishla watch over you and protect you. Just the kind of like Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah exchange.
Yeah, Rook's just kind of like, bye! I have no offer in this.
Mhm. Meanwhile, 10 stories below, you all are Butcher and Woodrow are getting stuffed on bacon and pancakes and whipped cream and syrup and milkshakes or cocoa or coffee or whatever you want.
Yeah, biscuits and gravy mostly. I'm assuming that we are having our food at a different table.
I mean, you can if you want, but she is allowing you to eat with her.
Oh. It's going to be very uncomfortable breakfast conversation, but okay, yeah, sure.
She sticks mostly to the competitors and what Butcher knows about them. Specifically, Gloopy Glue and Cheeky replies, battlesuit. Butcher, if you would like to roll a history check to know anything about your competitors, you are welcome to.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said though, Butcher 100% has a Gloofy Lube t-shirt. Let's see, history. That is a 12 in total.
Okay. So while you know all the public information about Gloopy Glue that you could possibly know, they've made themselves rich over the last 3 decades in wrestling in arenas around the kingdom. They put on fantastical comedic physical comedy shows, slapstick. Sometimes their co-performers will chop them up and then they'll coalesce back together and various other tricks. Sometimes even brings in a wizard to perform tricks with levitation and various other spells. But this seems like a much tougher situation than you would expect him to be in, right? This isn't televised. It's not a public event. It's, it's very secretive and within mostly the noble community, few of the higher ups at guilds and stuff.
Okay. Would the odds on each of the fighters be out yet? Like, would my odds be out yet? Like, would I know what they're putting on me for the bets?
You could check like forums and betting sites and stuff, but not what the Molotov cocktails or the Molotov Blitz is. What their house bets will be.
Okay, yeah, I just didn't know if my my numbers were out yet.
Yeah, you have a better than you have a what is it, a 2-to-1 odds, but you're still below Cheeky Reply, and I can't remember which one was the other one.
There was a bugbear sorcerer. There was a
Wormwolf?
Yeah, the bugbear sorcerer is relatively unknown in the bottom of the ranking.
The Broella, the dwarf.
Yes, sorry, Brawlella.
Okay. So
sorry.
I'm at
Those
2-to-1
are the top
odds.
picks.
Well, they're at.
Yep. And then below you is Vijay and Mankernad. I love gnomish names. I've never said one correctly.
Meringue Bananap.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this like a free-for-all, or is this one-on-ones?
It's a bracketed tournament.
Bracketed tournament.
2-loss elimination.
Okay.
So odds have a way to change before the very end. Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yep. There is even actually ranked higher than you is the unknown performer sponsored by Fairness.
Son of a bitch.
No one even knows who it's going to be, and they're pretty solid bet. 3-to-1 odds on them winning, and then Cheeky Reply is still top of the board though, with 5-to-1.
Well,
odds.
yeah, they have a Dino Man. 5-to-1 odds. Jesus, their matches are going to be worth betting on. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
All right. So you talk a bit about the opponents. Shevorg is adamant that you have to, or isn't adamant, but it strongly implies that she wants you to kill GRRHero because she's sponsored by Napoleon and they are direct rivals. Napoleon and Shevorg.
Okay, and killing's well within the rules of this match, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know anything about GRRHero, having done some work with the, not White Claws, White Fist?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a history check.
Also, I'm assuming that Shevorg is sort of implying that there's like a bonus for me killing. She's not just asking me to kill out of the goodness of her heart.
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
I also should say that Manknug is a wizard as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that gives me a straight up 10 for my insight as to whether or not she's hinting at like, oh yeah, you'll get a bonus.
It's hard to read her. But Woodrow, you have definitely heard of GRRHero. She has been around Basetown for a few years now, and likes to mess people up. She's done a few jobs, but she is freelance, mercenary. She's not part of the White Fists themselves.
Right on.
She has a few enhancements and fights a lot like Butcher.
Oh shit.
She's a berserker.
Yeah, I'll throw out there in the conversation. Yeah, two of you head to head. That's probably going to be a good fight.
All right, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, just try to keep your feet though. You got a low center of gravity.
Yeah, I suppose fighting the smaller ones always does make it a little bit more difficult.
I'm sure she wore the harsh, we'll say. Well, it could be. She looks over the Woodrow. Some assistance against cybernetics in the arena. And she turns back to you, Butcher. I'm sure you and your companion management can come up with something to help you, to give you an advantage.
Yeah, I do plan on studying the fights and knowing my opponent before I get into the ring with him. So we'll see if there's any way I can gain the upper hand.
As well, I have more things to do today, but this has been a lovely conversation and meeting. I hope you've enjoyed your breakfast.
I have. Thank you kindly for the invitation.
Yes, thank you very much for the meal. And the
she snaps for you guys, for them to bring you fresh drinks to go. And she says, well, I will see you this evening.
I wanted to be noted this entire time I have been sipping out of my world's best killer mug. I brought it with me all the way up, and I've been carrying it this entire time, and I refuse to drink out of anything else.
Nice.
A true power play.
Oh, I forgot. One of the big things here on the second floor of the comment parlor is a huge terrarium. It doesn't appear to have any bestial life in it. It has plenty of plants and rocks and virtual or illusory sunlight, but it does not seem to have any creatures inside. It looks like it is certainly big enough for a massive snake.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention that.
Insert your own joke here.
But yes, she excuses you all, and you can leave. And then, of course, Eldaris and Rook have already left, and you all, after 20, 30 more minutes, meet back up at Woodrow's shop. It's still early in the morning, well before even noon.
Poke around a little bit, check to see if
It's probably more like 10, honestly.
check around, make sure like nobody's jimmied the doors or broken any windows or anything.
Yeah, can I
inspection?
Investigation. Can I just make sure there's no one like staring at us or watching us or anything like that?
Roll a perception check.
24.
$14.
Okay. So, Eldaris, you do not see anyone particularly paying attention to a couple of passerbys. Look over at the group as they go through whatever the yard of the shop looks like. I imagine it's like organized junk. But no one suspicious is watching you. Woodrow, you find several scratch marks below your. I imagine you have a carport door for vehicles to enter, and then you find some you find some scratch marks at the base of that, and you find a few more on a couple of your windows.
Okay.
The scratches looked like they were three claws, about half an inch apart.
Okay. As long as it doesn't look like anything got in, I'll just head inside and start pulling together parts for work for the day. Doc, Rook, how'd everything go?
Mr. Woodrow.
Better?
Ibukari is not with them.
The Temple of Brilliance has agreed to heal her today, provided within a week we go clear out the marauders from one of the sectors. I think I volunteered Sector B.
Yeah, fucking marauders. Taking some off the price for that shit?
Oh, yes. Speaking of which, Eldaris will pull up his comm device. I believe Woodrow gave me 2, Rook gave me 3. I will transfer the amounts back to them both.
Fuck yeah.
Now, in world, we're not going to worry about it here. There would be some copper charges on the exchange.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to worry about it.
Somehow.
I'm happy
please.
Sorry.
How many marauders we looking at?
A whole community?
A lot.
You said Sector B?
Yeah.
They want us to clear the whole sector.
Or we can pay them $1,000 instead. Well, 1,000 credits.
Just one sector? Yeah, alright, not a problem. Fuck.
We could go back to the vault, see what's in there. We've got her up in a room at the temple.
One more fuck up with the vault, and we get a big ass fucking mechanical spider like thing on top of our asses.
Yeah. The last one wasn't fun.
I mean, if I get a vote in how I want to spend my time, at least for the next little bit up until we have our little competitions, I would like to figure out the best way to fight these guys, because I don't know who I'm going up against.
All right. You want to put in some research time? Yeah, absolutely. You can pull up film of most of them fighting. Worm Mill is the only one that doesn't have any videos out on the ANET.
Okay.
But yeah, you can start studying up. You know that Mankernug wears an armored suit. It's homemade, so it's not as fancy and sleek as the Knight's ones, but it looks similar in its capabilities. It has some built-in defensive spells and a higher armor, but he seems to not take a blow as well. Glass cannon, of course. Brawlrella and Cheeky Reply have the best tactics, as they like to get people on the ground before with their first before they start actually attacking them. But will attack if they can't get them on the ground, obviously. Cheeky Reply with her Allosaurus armor, she likes to use it to pounce and attack from above or at odd angles, while Brawlrella likes to just get in the mix as quickly as possible.
Okay.
VJ will use a number of different tactics. They are an Aarakocra, he is an Aarakocra, so he can fly, and with Druidic casting, he can have certainly some effects, but not a great range. He is very fast with his javelin and talons. And when he's desperate, he will transform into wolves to keep himself up and try to get people on the ground and attack them there where they have advantage.
Okay.
But you put in a good 4 or 5 hours of film study, you know?
Yeah.
What about I know Woodrow's probably going to get back to work on projects.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get as much of a day's worth of work as I can on the fucking chainsword.
You can definitely do that. Mark 1 of 7 off.
Yep. I'll get Dora helping me with that shit throughout the day.
Do you keep your shop open?
I do. And I've got at least 1 or 2 bikes that I've told people it would take 2 weeks when I did it in a day or 2. So I'm expecting somebody to eventually come for their shit and pick it up.
Do you have a name or description of one of the writers? Your clients?
Yeah, probably one of the White Fists fucked up his front end.
I have just the one.
Awesome. Probably... Hold up. Hey... it's not on that list. Yes. I also have Dora kind of like letting me know when people are coming. Oh, cool. Never mind. Duration 8 hours. As long as I'm expecting them today, I'll go ahead and blow a spell slot on distort value. Charge this motherfucker double. It's like the 3rd time I've worked on the same front end. I'm tired of this his shit. Like, I'm like, look, this ought to fucking last you this time. I got some good parts in. Fucking just quit running into shit. Don't ram them straight on like that.
Hold on.
Okay.
So, you see him approaching. He is in his tight leathers. He's a tall, powerful white dragonborn. A lot of piercings along his snout and crown. And his name is Atac. Because dragons have really long names and then mortals shorten them. Anyway, Atac, Dora tells you that he's approaching. You check her vision, maybe? No?
Yeah.
Okay. You can see that his gait is funny. Almost like, he hasn't been walking very long. Almost like not a baby, but like a toddler. Where they can get over excited when they walk or run. Or they get clumsy sometimes on the uneven.
I got you.
And sloppily knocks on the door. And then just keeps knocking. And no rhythm.
Yeah. I can answer the door. Sup, pincushion? Come on. I'll turn around, watch him walk for a second. First day on the new legs? Shit hurts, don't it?
Yeah. Eldaris and Rook, are y'all hanging out at the shop throughout the day, or are y'all?
Rook would have gone back because that's where her bike is. So I would assume she'd probably post up and just be chilling.
Okay.
It's the weekend. Eldaris is probably researching Sector B to kind of map things out, but yeah, he'd be there.
Okay. We'll get to that next time probably, but yes, he looks around and sees Eldaris playing with his tablet, and then steps away from you, Woodrow, and says, "Come me now," and is going to rush at Eldaris and try to wrap you up in a bear hug. So please roll athletics or acrobatics. Ooh, I got a good one. Man, my camera is still doing that.
How
14.
far of a run would you say that was?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. How big is your place?
From the door to wherever Eldaris is chilling, I'd say probably 20, 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah, then that.
Enough for me to drop a grease in the way.
Sure.
So,
Slippery grease.
dex save 14.
Face first, right into it, sliding at Eldaris now. Doesn't make a sound as it falls. No yelp of pain or anything like that.
I'm dead.
Butcher, you're drawn away from your research, probably by that.
Rook's gonna look up
Yeah, I guess so.
and she's gonna hold an action to see what anyone else does.
Okay.
Eldaris is gonna look down at this person, use his telepathy. Who do you serve?
You, my lord. Come. We take you to your queen.
Woodrow is steady hollering at the guy out loud while the telepathic shit is going on. Hey, fucking asshole, you know better than to fight in my shop.
And that's where we'll end it for the night.
It isn't. That's confusing, but
Quick question. When I've dealt with this dragonborn before, has he always been so short-spoken?
No.
Fuck.
No, he's gotten his brain eaten.
I was gonna say, like, the second I heard the walking thing, I was like, guys, we have another one.
No.
See, I was thinking cybernetic legs. First day on the new legs.
Yep.
Nope, I saw it coming.
Fucking wasted a spell slot on distort value. I hope this asshole still brought money.
We can search him later. I've got command just on hold.
We could search what's left of him after his head probably explodes.
Right.
Yeah, it's really not a fun experience. You don't want that.
Man, I'm gonna have shit to fucking deal with Napoleon later because one of his fucking idiots' head exploded in my shop.
Yep.
But in the meantime, as great session. Fucking thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Thank you, George, for running.
It's my pleasure. I love this stuff.
This is the internet. We've got tons of buttons there somewhere. Find them. Find the button. Button. Who's got the button? Press the button. Thumbs up. Ring the bell. Like. Subscribe. Find all the other stuff that we all do throughout various corners of the internet, and then give us your money. No, a little bit though. Also, housekeeping. We are back here next week. Is this a back-to-back? Awesome.
Yep.
And then after that, I believe is when we get to our first Call of Cthulhu, or am I jumping the gun on that?
Me?
We will check dates. But in the meantime, everybody have a great night. Thank y'all so much, and we'll see you soon.